What's going on, guys? And it's here. It's here. It's finally the first meeting of the year between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Yes, two bitter rivals. We've been in the same division for a very, very long time. As we both came in the league 1 year apart from one another. They came in '66. We came in '67. We played 102 times in our history. Atlanta leads at 53 to 49, the all-time record. They also beat us in the playoffs one time. But since Sean Payton and Drew Brees has been here in 2006, the Saints are 19-9 against these Atlanta Falcons. So we've kind of owned them since 2006. This is a great rivalry. This is one of them. I think this is the most underrated rivalry in the NFL. Doesn't get talked about like it should nationally. It just doesn't. We're not the NFC East, so we don't get that kind of pub. We don't get like the Bears and the Packers. I mean, we don't. I mean, this is an underrated rivalry. Atlanta fans will agree with me, and Saints fans will also agree with me. I mean, and it is what it is. I mean, Sports Live and EATL will tell you this is a good rivalry. Um, and look, Atlanta will love nothing more than to beat the Saints when the Saints are on top right now in the NFC South. I mean, they beat us. They kicked our butts last year in the Superdome when they were floundering. I think they were like 1-7, 2-7, or something like that in the point in the season. They just came in and kicked our ass. And then the Saints were able to win the rematch, win the second game in over there in Atlanta on Thanksgiving night. But this is a big rivalry. This is a big rivalry. This is a big game for the Saints because I know Drew Brees. Everybody knows Drew Brees is out in this game, so he's not going to play. So it's gonna be up to Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill. It's curious to see who gets the nod at quarterback. I think it's going to be Jameis Winston. I just think it will be. I don't know if they're going to use Taysom Hill like that Swiss Army knife, like they have been doing, because now he's the backup. So just in case something happens to Jameis Winston, you're going to have a backup quarterback. So I think Taysom Hill's role in the offense is going to get less and less these next few weeks. You might see more runs from Latavius Murray, Alvin Kamara. Hey, I'm all for that. Those guys are some great players. But look, man, Atlanta's played much better since Dan Quinn got the axe. I mean, they should have beaten Detroit. They lost that game, but they should have beat Detroit. Gurley should have fell down. He screwed up. But look, this is gonna be a tough game. It's always a tough game when the Saints and the Falcons get together. Look at the history. I mean, we're 53 and 49 is the all-time record. So it's a good rivalry. It's a good rivalry. Saints are going to have to play well. I think this game is going to come down to the Saints' offense. I think not so much their defense since Drew Brees is out. I think Jameis Winston's going to have to throw the football and not turn the ball over. He can't be the interception machine that we saw last year when he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He did 30 interceptions last year. Did throw for 5,000 yards, but interceptions really overshadowed the just yeah. So man, I mean, noon kickoff local there in the Louisiana Superdome as Saints and the Falcons. As said, of course, no Drew Brees, but look over Atlanta. Who they got? They got Matt Ryan. They got Julio Jones, Todd Gurley. They got a lot of weapons on offense. Offense was really not their problem, even when they were losing games earlier in the year. That wasn't their problem. Their problem was they just couldn't close out games. They lost to the Cowboys, lost to the I think it was the Bears. I think it was the Bears that come back and beat them late in the game. Their problem was just they just couldn't close out games. And now since Raheem Morris has taken over for them, I mean, look, they played much better. They played much better. I called it a few weeks ago when Dan Quinn got fired. I said, "Watch, they're gonna go on a run and win a few games," and that's exactly what happened. So, the Saints are gonna have to be on their A game this coming Sunday. But it was gonna be even if Dan Quinn was going to be the coach, they were gonna have to be on their A game because this game is always a tough game. So, like I said, I mean, what's going to have to happen in this game for the Saints to win? I mean, they're going to have to. I think they're still going to have to run the football. That's what they did when Drew Brees was out those 5 games last year. When Bridgewater was a quarterback, they started running the ball with Latavius Murray more. They gave him like almost like 20 carries a game. Close. Maybe not 20, but I'm just trying to remember offhand. But I know he had some good games in the run game. At least we have Michael Thomas. At least we have Manuel Sanders, Jared Cook. Uh, so the Saints' weapons are still there. It's just that we're not going to have our gunslinger in Drew Brees. And Drew Brees is playing. Drew Brees is playing much better these last few weeks as he did earlier in the year. Earlier in the year, I made a quarterback. I made a video about Drew Brees. Is he done? I don't know. Maybe he saw the video and wanted to show old Goose wrong. But hey, this is gonna be a good game this Sunday. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you tune into this channel because I'll be doing the game. No shots. No shots like we did last game. That's not gonna happen. So might have a beer or two, but yeah, no shots of no shots. Shots aren't gonna be flowing like they did this past week. So you're here for that. Yeah, you saw a little show, but hopefully I didn't scare nobody away. Hopefully people will come back next week because yeah. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who's going to win this football game? Is it going to be the Atlanta Falcons? Is it going to be the New Orleans Saints? I mean, you know I'm going to pull. You know I'm going to pick. I'm picking the Saints. I'm picking the Saints, but I think this game will be close. I think this game will be under 10 points. It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry. Both these teams don't like each other. They don't. The fans don't like each other's teams. I don't like the Falcons. Falcons don't like the Saints. It is what it is. I got a lot of respect for all the Falcon video makers on here. I got no ill will towards anybody that pulls for a different team than I do. Just don't like your team, and I'm sure they feel. I'm sure most of them feel the same way about about the Saints. You don't like the Saints, but hey, you got respect for the video makers for both teams. But all right, man. So Saints and the Falcons, like I said, noon kickoff, 1 o'clock for you guys there over on the East Coast, and if you're over there in California on the left coast, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So you guys got to get up bright and early, get your mimosas ready. As Jameis, is it gonna be Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill? Sean Payton has not announced the starter yet. He says he don't want to do it. But I think it's going to be Winston, if you ask me. But so if you're new to the channel, guys, maybe you just come across it, especially if you're a Saints fan, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. Make sure you click all notifications when you ring the bell. Also, give the video a thumbs up. Helps YouTube, the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. The more likes it has, YouTube promotes it, whatever. But have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Next video will probably be injury report. I might make that Thursday because I usually try making that. I haven't done it last 2 weeks, so I'm gonna get back to doing the injury report and some players to watch in the game also. Look for that later in the week as we get more clarity on who the injury report is. But Drew Brees will be out. That's for certain. Have a great one, guys. Who dat?